2022 is already shaping up to be a busy year here in Washington as President Biden embarks on his second year in office, dealing with a very divided Congress.
Yeah, and of course, there's a lot at stake with the midterm elections later this year. Jonathan Lemire is Politico's White House bureau chief and the host of Way Too Early on MSNBC. Jonathan, good morning and Happy New Year. Let's dive right in. We are about 3 weeks away from President Biden's second year in office. He is dealing with COVID. He's dealing with inflation. He's dealing with poll numbers that are going down, but he's had some successes, too. So give us the president's report card for his first year, Jonathan.
Well, Happy New Year, and no issues waking up early for me. I do that every day. The president has undeniably had real successes this year, and his aides will point to his record and say overall it was positive, that he was elected to, first of all, just bring a sense of calm after 4 tumultuous years of Donald Trump, but also an essential tenet of his presidency, get a handle on the pandemic. And by some measures, there's been some success. Vaccines are available to anyone who wants them, children, adults, 2 shots and a booster. Certainly, he has had some legislative accomplishments this year as well. But it's not all good news. And as the year ended, we saw a new variant of the COVID-19 arrive in the United States and spark worries. We have stubborn pockets of the country who still will not get vaccinated. And, of course, inflation and rising consumer prices and real worries about the state of the economy.
And, Jonathan, there has been a lot of focus on domestic politics, but foreign policy has taken a lot of attention as well. The new tensions with Russia as they relate to Ukraine. In China, the president recently announcing that diplomatic boycott, that no diplomats from the U.S. will be going to the Beijing Winter Games. Athletes will be allowed to go. So how does he juggle those foreign policy challenges against the domestic ones as well?
Well, the president has said that he needs to get things right at home before he can turn to overseas matters and certainly prove that democracies can still work and deliver for their citizens, as a contrast to the rising autocracies we see elsewhere around the globe, namely China. That's how he's painted the foreign policy challenge of not just his term, but this century. The most consequential decision he made, of course, ending the nation's longest war in Afghanistan, which strained some alliances while he did so. And now he heads into this new year still being unable to fully turn the page to China because he's had to deal with some problems that he inherited. The Iran talks have largely broken down. Russia remains such a thorn in the side with the tensions we've seen at the border with Ukraine. And it's been a challenge for him at times to juggle his overseas ambitions with trying to get things right back in the United States.
And, Jonathan, obviously the big story we're all going to be tracking, the midterm elections. They're already underway. And conventional wisdom is that this is a year when politics takes over policy. Has the window closed on getting any new legislation passed?
The window has mostly closed, yes. I mean, that is how aides on, frankly, both sides of the aisle have said that 2021 needed to be when the Biden administration got most of its agenda done. Maybe the first months of 22, you could see a few things. But some of the Democratic priorities, like voting rights or immigration, seem to have little chance of going anywhere without any sort of filibuster reform. And there's no appetite for that among enough senators to make that happen. But you're right. Shadowing this entire year will be the upcoming midterms. Republicans, they feel good about it just because of historical trends. The party out of power, the party that doesn't control the White House, tends to pick up seats that following November. And we know the Senate deadlocked, the House just a few seats advantage for the Democrats. So it wouldn't take much for Republicans to win it back. But Democrats feel that they also, if they catch the right headwinds, if the economy improves, the virus recedes, they've got a shot.
Jonathan Lemire, we thank you so much. Only for you is a 7 a.m. wake up sleeping in. Happy New Year to you, my friend. You can catch Jonathan on Way Too Early weekday mornings at 5 Eastern on MSNBC.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.